going on, everyone? Design Coma here with Disarm Sports, and the gameplay you're watching is me playing some Momentum on Ascend in Advanced Warfare. So what do we got for today's video? Well, today's video we're gonna kind of go back to a subject I talked about not too long ago when they became available to purchase, and we're talking about advanced supply drops. And the reason this is coming back up is because, you know, my friend has sent me a message about the 24/7 double XP Skyrise playlist, you know, plus elite bonus, and then, you know, and all that jazz that's going on with that. So we kind of got on the discussion about elite weapons and the fact that, you know, I mean, he's got very little, to be honest with you. For whatever reason, his chance, it just seems like the chances of him getting a elite weapon is almost as high as the moon exploding tomorrow, or, you know, exploding tomorrow. So it's pretty obvious that for whatever reason he's having a difficult time obtaining, you know, I mean, his regular supply drops just aren't giving them to him. You know, I managed to get the AK-12 Rip, the Loophole, Bulldog Mancy, which I really don't use very much, and also the ASM-1 Speakeasy, which is the weapon you see me using in this video. So when the game first came out and the supply drops, you know, the supply drops started out to be like a really cool feature of the game, and I loved them. You know, it was like getting a little Christmas present. It was just a random thing whenever you would get it, and I was always looking forward to what was going to be in there. You know, what's going to be in my supply drop? Is it going to be something cool? What is it going to be? And it also, to me, in my opinion, it kept the game, it kept the player base, it kept everybody kind of at this level playing field. You know, everybody was kind of on that level ground, and your chances of getting those elite weapons, you know, I mean, they weren't real slim, but at the same time, it's not like you were getting one every 2 drops or 3 drops. So that was good. You know, I really like that. Every now and then you'd see somebody in a match with a Speakeasy or an Obsidian Steed, or, you know, one of the other, you know, AK-12 Rip, you know, with one of the other elite variants. And now, because we can buy them, they're just everywhere. You know, it's like the player base is just, you know, at some point, you know, everybody, or a majority of people, were going to have some of these elite variants. But I think it happened too fast, to be honest with you, because the supply drops, you know, being able to buy them, you know, I really didn't like the fact that they were doing it. I still don't like that they're available, you know, to buy, but obviously they're not going to go back and take them out and say, no, you can't buy them anymore, you know, because, you know, that would be crazy. They know they're making some money off of it, and every company's got every right to make their money however they see fit. But, you know, at the same time, I really feel that it's kind of hurt the game a little, you know, because for somebody like my friend who, for whatever reason, just can't seem to get an elite weapon, and he has some, but, you know, it's none of the ones that everybody's always looking for, you know, like the Speakeasy and, you know, the Steed and the Loophole. You know, not that I think everybody's looking for the Loophole, but it's a fun weapon to play with, you know, or the AK-12 Rip. And it really bothers him because, you know, he tries to do the supply drop challenges and stuff where sometimes you got to use a TAC-19 or an SN6, you know, and I don't necessarily use those weapons because I just don't like them. I don't have fun with them. I don't enjoy them, so I don't play them. But at the same time, you know, when you're doing those supply drop challenges, and he does them to try and have that extra little supply drop there with the hopes of getting something good. And I'll tell you what, I haven't gotten anything good in regular supply drops at all. I really feel like I'm being pushed into buying supply drops because nothing really good comes in them that much anymore. I think I got a royalty knee pads once. I think that was probably, and I don't even care about knee pads. Yeah, I don't care about the knee pads. Whatever, you know, I mean, great, I got some purple knee pads. That's wonderful. But, you know, at the same time, for somebody like him and he's not the only one. I know there's other people out there who are having the same situation where they're not, they're not going to buy them, or they're, they're just against it. I'm against it. I don't think it's right. It's one of those things where I really wish they never made it available, because, and I know we all know how this kind of happens. Everybody starts seeing everybody else with all these great elite weapons. I want one. I want mine. When can I get it? This and that. The one thing I really wish they had done was just kind of eased up on the amount of XP you had to earn, to move forward in leveling. That would have been nice. Or kind of increase the odds of getting a supply drop, or increase the odds of getting an elite weapon in the regular supply drops. We didn't really necessarily have to go down the road of, an additional purchase. But I know what they saw, and of course it's dollar signs, and like I said, every company's got, the right to, make money wherever they see how to make money. And I'm not against microtransactions. I love having the camos that I can buy, or, in this case, in Advanced Warfare, the gear sets. I bought a gear set. I bought a couple of them, and I really like them. That's cool and all. But, the supply drops, being able to buy them, it just, to me, it feels like it has kind of just ruined the player base to the point where, for somebody like my friend who's still trying to get a decent elite weapon, elite variant, that, it kind of ruins the game for him. He doesn't have as much fun playing it. He plays it still, but not as much as he used to. Every once in a while he goes in there and he plays, with the hopes of getting something good. You never know. I mean, obviously you're not going to get anything if you don't play the game, but at the same time, I didn't like the idea of them, bringing out the purchase. And a little bit of our conversation is for him, it's kind of one of those things where, the game should be based on skill, which to me is the way I feel as well. How well you play should be based on your skill level, if you play good or whatever, And for me, when it comes to weapons in games, I think the only way a weapon should be, increased in damage or distance, firing distance, or any of those things of nature, is with attachments, And in the case of the elite variants and all the variant weapons we have, which the variants are cool, it's nice to have different weapons, different variations of them, but it would have been cooler if they were just a different, slightly different design, with maybe a different camo on it or something, because the elites are kind of that goldish color, so it would have been nice to just have that be the variant, and really nothing changed in the stats, just have different looking weapons, maybe a different shape, a different style, maybe with the ASM-1 speakeasy, instead of having the foregrip at the bottom of the gun, move it to the side of the gun, or just kind of change things up a little bit as far as the weapon is concerned. But for him, it's really leaving a bad taste in his mouth. He just, there's time, when they announce things like, with the Skyrise 24/7 thing, it just it pushes a button on him, and it just really bugs him. And I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. I know there's other people out there that are in the same spot where they've really just given up on the game because of the fact that, they're not going to buy supply drops, when I really see no reason why you should have to. But like I said, I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody else is feeling it, but with the lack of items that I get in my regular supply drops right now, I mean, I really feel like I'm being pushed into purchasing them. You know, I'm not sure if anyone else feels this way, but that's kind of the way I feel, because I'll tell you what, the last elite weapon I got in a supply drop was my loophole, and that was quite a few number of months ago. I can't remember what. It may have been when the first DLC or the second DLC came out. Might have been when I got the loophole. I think it was when the first DLC came out. I might be wrong on which one I got last, but so I'm curious. You know, are any of you out there feeling the same? You feeling like you're pushed into buying supply drops? You know, let me know in the comments. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. And if you did, make sure you give it a like, favorite, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one.